in a universe where life does not end at death. We explore the infinite possibilities forged by our very minds. Welcome to Arthadian Anthologies. Before we get started, I just want to inform you that this series was recorded over Discord. If the quality dips, it's due to connection issues. Greetings, fellow travelers and storytellers. Welcome to a Reborn in Power series featuring Dr. Cal and his creation, Proto. Follow along as he learns how to live and survive beyond the confines of the Zelek dynasty. Dr. Cal. Last time, in the Doctor series, you, Proto, and the Commander Kurter went to meet with General Plutel. The thing is, though, as you awoke from your strange dreams and realizations of your brother, Proto stayed sleeping. He stayed sleeping for a while. Commander Kurter came out and he was smoking the cigar that was given to him by Marmaduke 9. He basically informed you that, you guys were going to go and meet with the general, and you should be getting paid as well. And you guys were kind of concerned about what was going on with Proto, but then you were about to leave, and then Proto got up. But then there was a drastic change in Proto's personality. Almost like he began to truly seem more Prime-like rather than AI. As you guys headed over to the main command station where the general resides, the same chamber that you went to before, you met with the general. General Plutel basically explained to you that you were going to be working alongside Commander Kurter's squad and hunting down informants across the Foundation region, specifically hunting your brother. Then you also received your volts chip, which was 5,000 volts, and then apparently every single time that your corner site function is manufactured and basically produced for Core Command, you are also going to be receiving royalties from that. Which means that a lot of money is coming your way in the near future. As you headed out, Commander Kurter informed you that, we need to prepare. Once the squadron arrives here in Pillar Command, you'll probably be heading out. So, he said, feel free to go to the markets down below in the main cities of this capital and shop around, see if you find anything that you like or anything that might allow you to prepare for your missions in the future for this Directive 140. And so, you head on down to the markets. You are easily escorted down there by, actually Saval, who takes you down there, takes you and Proto down there. And you reach the bottom. You are with Proto currently. And you haven't gotten a chance to actually, basically talk to Proto about what has happened. Saval is also doing some shopping as well to make sure that all the supplies on the ship will be stocked up for a long journey, he says. But you are down there inside the marketplace. What are you doing?
Dr. Cal just kind of he's kind of walking pretty fast to keep up with Proto. Because Proto's walking at a normal gait, probably.
Yeah, he's kind of staying with you. He is just looking around at the people. Still doing the same thing as before, where he was people watching.
Well, we have a few things we need to grab. I'm guessing you probably want a change of clothes?
Huh?
I know I need one.
Are you talking to me?
Yes. Brother?
I suppose I should have a few changes of clothes. That could be useful. Especially in the case that my combat experience causes the clothes to rip. You see him smile at you. It's eerie.
Oh, it is, yeah. Dr. Cal isn't used to facial expressions. Grew up in the DMO's Tortex. I'm pretty sure the only facial expression there was scared and intimidating you. I think those are the two you saw. So Dr. Cal, he kind of shudders, actually, when Proto smiles at him. He's not used to that.
Okay.
And then he's like, sorry, memories. Yeah. And he kind of doesn't look back up at Proto's face, because that, threw him off.
You see Saval look back, it's like, alright, well, I am going to go and search for some of the supplies that are on my list. If you meet back at the open plaza over there, and he points to the south area, and you see basically a hexagonal plaza with a fountain in the center, and on atop of the fountain is what looks like some kind of statue.
Should we meet back up?
Meet back here in, let's say, an hour, okay?
Okay, we'll try grabbing some food, I guess. We might not get some good quality food for a while.
Are you sure you're going to be alright, Saval? And he looks back at Proto, like... And you could tell that Saval is also a little... taken aback by Proto's change in personality from literally last night.
Yep. It's concerning.
And Saval is just like, I think I'll be fine. If anything, I will contact you both if the need arises, but I am an officer of Corps Command. I think I should be fine. But thank you for your concern. And you see him spin around and begin to walk off.
Let's try
You
thinking.
look around and you see like
Sorry.
there's a mass of people here walking around this marketplace. You see above you like some pods will hover overhead, and it's lively here.
Dr. Cal is like kind of uncomfortable. He's not used to big groups of people.
Proto looks down and is like, "Are you all right?"
Yeah. Wait, sorry, what did you say?
He just said, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, it's Proto. I'm just not used to so many people. Normally not a good sign when there's so many people gathered like this back in my old place.
Yes, I know the streets of Proto were very few, I guess, prime like this. But it feels different to be here. Almost like I'm in my natural place.
Dr. Cal, I'll just kind of take some mental note of that. 'Cause that's interesting. Well, there's a few things we need to grab. I need to grab my own crafting station. And that we might need to grab some food just so we'd have more than just nutrition. Change of clothes. And then I guess, do you want to grab food while we're here? The last time we were able to grab food for a while.
Sure,
As far as I can
we
tell.
can grab food. I think that would be pleasant.
What was the food you went out with? What was that name of that office? I think of
Asla,
Asla.
she was very nice.
Thank you. Where did you get? What type of food did you get?
Well, we believe there is a restaurant district that way, and he points in a general direction. And he's like, "If you want, we can probably go swing by that area first to grab something as we kind of browse the other shops."
I guess that makes sense. And Dr. Cal just kind of looks over at Proto. He's like, probably get you your own Volts chip so you can buy some stuff. This isn't just my money, it's kind of our money.
Yes, I mean that would be useful, but I
Where could
don't
get the
exactly
Volts
know
chip?
what I would purchase, Cal.
Well, that's for you to decide whenever you want. Well, this will be the last time you'll be able to, so you don't buy it now, you can think on it.
All right.
Let's see, where could I get a Volts? Where do you get a Volts chip? 'Cause
Roll
he doesn't
me,
want to hand Proto his stuff, of course.
roll me a
A lore?
lore check.
A lore check? Matt, how could you? Intelligence is my worst stat. Hey, Matt.
Yeah?
This is kind of funny.
What?
I got a 12 on that, so that's already a 24. And then we add lore. That's a 25.
Okay, so volts are usually like the chips themselves are sold at like basically small little vendor stations, kind of like an ATM machine.
But aren't they connected normally to your identification?
Yes.
Does Proto have identification?
You look at him. Well, I mean, he
Bro.
used to have identification as a prime. You're not exactly sure what his identification was before.
Oh. Can't get you a Volts chip. You don't have identification. Oh. Right.
You do know, in order to get identification, you have to go to the Alliance Archivist to receive an identification tag.
Which means can't do it here. And can't be done within an hour.
No, it wouldn't be done in an hour, no.
No, it's multiple.
You're not.
Of course, Proto's needs identification.
Wait, what was the total on your lore check? What was the total?
Lore check was 25 altogether.
Okay. Well, with that, you have heard some rumors that you know that the Alliance Archivists are also they're part of the Sidorian Alliance, which the main factions within that full alliance are the Alliance Archivists, the Rune Forgers, the Sidorian Senate, and also Core Command. So, Core Command could potentially. I mean, you did get a new Volts chip.
I kind of take out my Core Command codex. Give me 1 second, Proto. We got to get you identification. Because technically, I'm pretty sure you don't exist right now.
Could we potentially use the TL codex?
You can use. You still have my TL, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Wait, what do you mean? Use the TL codex?
Well, as the codex that is for my identification, like my codex ID and everything like that. Connecting everything around that codex specifically.
I was trying to get you your own codex, because I need that one for research purposes.
Oh. All right, and you see Proto is a little.
I let you borrow it, Proto, but I need that because of its access to so much information.
Yes, I understand, Doctor.
I will make sure to get you one next time.
Please roll me an analyze check.
He's sad, isn't he? He's a sad boy. Oh god, this is pretty low, but it's an intellect. 14.
You've noticed that Proto hasn't called you creator since he woke up.
Yeah, he's been calling me Cal, hasn't he?
Cal? Doctor?
Yeah. He is using more traditional words. We'll talk about that later.
But you do notice this.
Yeah, I just don't want to talk about it in public for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of good reasons not to talk about this in public. Mainly because I'm not sure Core Command wants it out that what Proto is. Yeah. Speaking of that, Proto, did you use the codex last night? 'Cause I know you still wanted to.
I actually did, creator.
That's why you were. He puts up they wouldn't do that. I was trying to do the quotation marks thing,
You see,
quote.
he looks down and he's like, I gained a lot of insight from it.
That's why you're acting more like a prime?
You could say that, yes.
Did you talk with someone on the other side? Because I think TL's number might be.
I feel like I have found a part of myself that wasn't there before.
Dr. Cal checked a little mark in the back of his head. Just maybe he's awakened some dormant part of his nervous system. We'll talk about that later. Well, Proto, we'll talk about that when we're not in a public setting. Who knows who might be listening? Yeah, I guess that's more of a private conversation anyway. Um, so we need to get you. Oh, right, codex. And he takes out he's just been holding the codex this entire time because he got distracted.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, it's still in my hand, and he takes it out and he texts. Do I have the general's number? I think I have the general's number.
You want to text the general?
I want to talk with the general because he's the person who would most likely know the answer to this.
Okay.
And he kind of just says hey, it's Cal. What could I do for Proto's identification? And he leaves that because he doesn't expect an answer anytime soon. General's a busy man. He kind of puts his core command codex back up. Okay. Well, until we get an answer on that, I guess we could get clothes and food. You said you know the way to the restaurant district?
Yes, I do. Here, follow me.
Dr. Cal just follows Proto best he can.
Okay, you follow him over to the restaurant district. As you follow him over, he shows you a bunch of different spots to eat. Is there any type of food that you're looking for in particular?
No. Dr. Cal just lets Proto decide because Dr. Cal doesn't know a lot of good food.
Okay, you see Proto heads over to what looks like this corner shack area. It's on a little corner street. And you see as he walks up to this little stall where a window kind of slides open, and you see a sin frame pop up. It's like, hello, what can I get for you? And then Proto's like, yeah, get me the Rain and Stormy up there. And you see he points at an item called the Rain and Stormy, and you see
I don't like how natural he sounds. I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it.
And as he orders that, he's like, oh, and I want the juicy thick right there too. And he's like, wait, Cal, are you getting anything from here, or can I get more than 2 things?
I mean, how much? I just trying to add up how much money he's spending. How much is he spending?
How much money he's when you look at it, you see the Rain and Stormy. It costs about 18 volts, and then the Juicy Thick looks like it costs around 32 volts.
Just don't spend over $100 on your food. We have enough money to pay for that.
Okay, well then, let's see. Can I get 2 Juicy Thicks? It's like 2 Juicy Thicks. Got it. And like, all right. And then, you want anything, Cal?
Yeah, of course. He hasn't ordered for me. Anything nice and light on the menu?
Let's see. Yeah, let me see. I haven't tried it, but I think I remember as I was saying that it was a light soup. Let's get the soup right there. And he points. And you see this, and it's like, all right. Anything else? I think that should be it. Alright, total will be 64 volts.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. Dr. Cal uses the one he was just given that actually has all the money on it.
Okay.
And let me do the math real quick because I don't know 300 minus 305 minus, what was it? 64?
64.
Add 200, and yeah, I just pay that. 241. There we go.
And
yeah, Dr. Cal plays that and just lets Proto grab all of his food and just waits on the soup.
Yeah.
Well, I know it needs to be cooked.
After about 10 minutes or so, all the food comes out, and you see he has these two, like, what looks like these two slabs of meat that are spewing out this strange saucy juice, and they're piled on top of each other. He's like, oh yes. And then you see what looks like it almost looks like this bowl of noodles that has a cover on it, and on this cover you see it's transparent, and you can see what looks like this darkened, almost gaseous cloud forming at the top of this transparent like hood, and you see it looks like it's a miniature storm cloud that's raining into the noodles.
No, that's so cool.
And
Dr. Cal just kind of like watches it.
He's like, "Oh, you want to try some of the rain and stormy, yeah?"
No, I'm just curious.
And you see in Proto's like personality, it's like he's like that child mentality again. There's something about food that makes him happy.
Oh yeah, Proto's a big, strong. Out of curiosity, we haven't talked about what Proto has looked like. I'm imagining Proto has worked on his muscles this entire time.
Yeah, he has a thick beard that hasn't been very well kept. It is like a brownish blonde beard. He also has like blonde hair that kind of like is not very well kept as well, and the hair kind of goes down to around his shoulders. And he looks at you. He has those eyes that have that coloration in them.
Oh, the like silverish coloration.
Yeah.
God, because Proto is built at this point, because I don't remember I think he was just almost like a normal human physique, but because of what he's been doing, there's no way he isn't just built at this point. Like, he's stronger than a Redicon. Like, that's saying something. Currently.
He's like,
so Dr. Cal just kind of like,
do you want some of the rain and stormy?
No, I'm good. I was just curious.
All right. Well then, I guess I'll eat this while you look around for stuff, and then
Dr. Cal looks for his bowl of soup that he ordered.
You see the bowl of soup is actually sitting down on the counter. He's like, I can't really grab that, Cal.
Is all of his arms just filled with food?
He has the two slabs of meat in one hand, and those things are like 4 inches thick.
Oh yes!
So it's like towering in one of his hands, and then the bowl of noodles with the rain and stormy is also taking up his other hand, and he's trying not to drop it. Do you want to sit down and eat, or do you want to, walk around?
Well, Proto, how much soup did Dr. Cal get? Is it just like a bowl of soup?
Yeah, it's a bowl of soup.
Dr. Cal doesn't know how to eat soup.
You see,
does he know how to eat soup? I don't know if there's soup in the Diamos Cortex.
You see, there's like the soup is actually swirling itself. And it's like it's continuing to swirl, almost like a miniature cyclone or something.
I guess I can sit down to eat mine. You could stay here and finish. Well, you might be finished with your stuff.
I will sit down with you.
Dr. Cal goes and sits down.
Okay, you guys go and find a table. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh, perception check. I'm so bad at perception. Hey, Matt, it's funny. It's funny I say that. Because of course the dice see the humor. That is a 18, which is me crit failing.
Okay. You look around, and after probably a couple minutes, you are able to find a table where both you and Proto can sit down. You find the table
Dr. Cal
and sit down, and Proto sits down as well. He's like, okay, time to do this. And you see he opens up the Rain and Stormy. As it opens up, you see the hood of it slides open. As it slides open, the storm cloud begins to disperse. And then you see him is like, okay, good. And then he takes the 2 slabs of meat and then puts them inside the Rain and Stormy noodles. And then you see him take his hand and his fingers, and you see his fingers turn metallic as he chops up the meat.
Wait, excuse me? That's new. That's really new. Excuse me?
He chops up the meat, and then you see him's like, all right, time to eat. And you see him grab onto the bowl that he has, and then he begins to slurp it all down his mouth.
Dr. Cal eats pretty fast too, simply because he sees eating as a necessity and not something to be enjoyed because of where he grew up. And Dr. Cal is scarfing down his food too. Not as fast as Proto.
And
he's just kind of scarfing it down.
As Proto finishes, he's like, oh, that tasted very good. Thank you, Cal. Thank you.
And I imagine Dr. Cal is still eating.
Dr. Cal takes
Proto.
some time to finish up. After about, I'd say, 10 more minutes, you finish up. Now you're 20 minutes into that hour.
Well, we need to get ready. And Dr. Cal kind of looks around. Where would we find the clothing store? Well, actually, no. First things first. We need the crafting station.
Crafting station.
That would be useful. That's useful for both of us.
Let's go check out the crafting store, shall we?
That makes sense, yeah. You know where it is? Or are we going to have to ask?
I believe I know where it is. I made sure to pinpoint all the different locations that you would probably want to go see when you came here yourself.
Well, that's very kind of you, Proto.
Even in my state of anger, I still thought of you, Creator. And you see him
he changed Fat to Creator.
Yeah.
For just a second.
It's almost like it's a term of endearment.
It's almost like it's a term of endearment. Dr. Cal slowly gets up and doesn't really register the amount of emotion. That's for later. That's for later when you're doing a massive splurge on a project. That's when you deal with emotions. Dr. Cal just kind of looks around and sees if he can kind of see where the crafting store is. And just kind of waits on Proto.
Okay. Proto begins to escort you through the crowds. As you're getting escorted through the crowds, I would like you to roll me an acrobatics check. As the crowds are getting thicker and thicker.
Oh, that's a really low roll. That's a straight 10.
You're starting to lose Proto as he's kind of getting breaking through some of the people, but then he looks back and he goes and begins to push people out of the way so that you can make your way through. As you make your way through, you see he's like, all right, it should be done over here. You see him moving forward. There it is, and he goes and points, and you see a shop that says crafter's gear.
Useful.
Yeah, it's very
and
generic, I'd say.
Very utilitarian, one might say. And Dr. Cal starts making his way over there.
Right. You go over, and as you head up to the door slides open, and you enter inside this place where you see multiple tables that go, not tables. They're like basically think of like a jewelry, like a jewelry spot where they have their little desks that like go around, and you can see within them and the different like types of things. But what you see is basically materials for practically anything that you might want to craft.
Okay. So Dr. Cal is kind of like looking around.
As you walk inside, you see another individual. They look like a prime, and you see they have these spectacles on that are blue, and
are they reminiscent of the two Marmadukes I've met?
No, not at all.
Okay, sorry. Just you said blue spectacles, and I remembered specifically.
No, they're like
things.
They're like these square like specs, and you see this guy is on his codex, and he's typing some things in, and you also see on his body. Actually, roll me a perception check.
Perception check.
Another perception check. Yes.
Man, a perception check. Man, how dare you give me a perception? I'm so bad at perception. Let's see. 16 plus 6. Brain is not registering. That's 22.
You see his outfit. It is a long cloak. It is looks like more of like a white cloak. It has some like blue designs on it, and as they look over towards you, you also see a sigil of some kind on his armor, and the sigil looks like these lightning bolts going around them.
Can I roll a lore on that?
Sure.
As Dr. Cal?
Sure.
Because like this guy's wearing some interesting gear. So that's lore. So that's 12, 22 plus 1 equals 23.
You feel like you know what faction this guy might be a part of. He looks like he's some kind of knight.
Knight. That would mean he's... Is that rune forger stuff?
Not. He doesn't look like a rune forger. You know specifically, rune forgers have like this runic strap on them where they would have runes on them. This guy doesn't have any.
What is a knight then? What's knight from? I can't remember. As a player, I can't remember what knight is from.
Well, yeah, that's all you know. And
plasmatic knights.
Oh, now you know.
I didn't look it up. What? No, I would never do that. Dr. Cal doesn't know. I just wanted to know as a player. Dr. Cal is like, he kind of like briefly looks at him and he's like, unless he thought stuff's not worth my time. And he looks back and he's like, okay, we need the crafting station and we need like, how much are crafting materials? Armor materials and upgrade materials.
You see, as you look at each of these, you look at the crafting. Are you looking? What specifically are you looking for? A crafting station, or are you looking for just the materials themselves?
Crafting station.
Okay.
I know that's like about 2,000 something.
You see up above there are different stations. There is a crafting station. You see the price tag on it is about 3,200 volts.
32?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of like, okay, that means it must be slightly higher end. Does it say anything like on it about specials?
It says
special stuff it has.
It says standard crafting station comes with it comes with a purchase of one set of like armor materials.
Oh, that is pain. Do I see? I guess that's the crafting station. I see. Like that. That's it. It's just that.
Yeah. There's a few like basically hung up, and they look like cases.
That well.
Like
I don't
small,
really have
small little like handheld
time
suitcases.
How much was it?
Hey,
3,200.
Don't you have bartering? Didn't you do that?
Oh,
did you not do that?
Wait, Matt, I do have bartering.
You do?
What? Okay.
Isn't this
Dr.
the point to do this?
Dr. Cowley, they're up top, right?
They are up top. You haven't seen any kind of you haven't seen anyone who's working here though. Is the thing. Only that guy who's over there, but he doesn't look like he's working. He looks like he's also browsing.
I'm just trying to point at Proto. Proto, can you grab that?
No, you have to select it.
Wait. What?
Yeah, using your codex.
Oh. Dr. Cal acts like he knows what he's doing, and he takes out the core command codex.
As you go to take out the core command codex, you see a little thing pop up on your codex saying information gathering. And it looks like there's a little link.
I click on the link.
You click on the link and it goes and shows you a catalog, and then you hear, "Welcome to the gear crafting shop. If you would like something, please let me know, and I will get it for you. If you wish to try to negotiate on a better price, please let me know, and I will have an assistant come to you."
I would like to negotiate on the price of the crafting.
You would like to negotiate on the price. Please answer yes or no.
Yes.
All right, an assistant will be with you shortly.
Dr. Cal kind of looks confused. He's like, I guess this is how other societies work.
You suddenly see a back door that you didn't notice before opens up. As it opens up, you see this, what looks like a Nugonian in a hover chair comes out, and you see he has a bit of a beer belly. He has a bit of a beer belly. He looks like a Kargrath.
Wait, Matt, is this? There's a specific alien I'm thinking about. Is this who I think it is, Matt?
What are you talking about?
Matt, there's some art I remember, and this sounds awkwardly familiar to that art.
You see, he begins to hover over, and he's like, "Can I help you?"
Yes. I would like to barter on the price of their crafting station. He points at the standard crafting station.
All right, and you want to barter on the price? Usually, you don't specify that you're going to barter on the price of something. You're just going to say exactly what you want and what you'll give.
2,600. Well, actually, no. 2,500.
Go ahead and roll me your...
Well, that's what he said to do.
Your influence check.
I listened to the man. Dr. Cal is not the smartest. Oh, I don't know.
He is the smartest.
He is the smartest. He is not the socially smartest. Okay, we're down to 35 stamina. And then bartering. I gotta remember how bartering works. Bartering is rank 3, which means I roll...
add a D8 to your D12.
Where's my D8? I know I have a D8. There it is. D8, D12. Oh,
last year coding.
Okay. Then my coding, so this is a charm check. So it starts out at 10 as dice. Yes, I use the -3.
Yeah.
10 with dice. And then I add coding on top of it, so it's a 16. Is that it?
So 10 total. You rolled a 10 total on your dice, damn.
It's a 10 total on my dice once I had the -3 of charm.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good roll, actually. Because it was a 13.
He looks at you, and you see his eyes shut, and he just shakes his head. And he's just like, are you really going to do that with me?
Yes. 2,700?
Listen, buddy. You look like you are... Well... Where are you from? Out
of town. That's all Dr. Cal says. It's just out of town.
Oh, God.
That's all he says.
Oh, my God. Please roll me. Fuck. Uh-oh. Roll me.
You made Dr. Cal roll a charm thing. Oh, no.
I need you to roll me an influence check or a deception check.
I'm to fail. Oh, wait. Sorry, what check?
Influence or deception? I mean, I wouldn't say... You're not lying, so influence. Okay?
Hey, Matt. I did roll maximum. I will like to say that.
Okay.
9.
He rolled maximum too, so...
Hey. Matt.
And it was an analyze too.
Oh, it was analyzed. I'm still wearing the Deimos protect.
You have the armor on.
Yeah, I know, but I'm wearing the Deimos Quartet's colors.
Okay, let me see. Sorry, I have to make a few rolls for the people inside this chamber.
I'm about to get killed.
All right. You see, Proto's like, perhaps we can just go somewhere else and take our business somewhere else. And you see the guy looks over, like, and then looks over at the man over by the other corner, and you see, as he looks over that way, you see the man is also kind of keeping an eye on the two of you and Proto. And you see the negotiator.
3,000's the highest I will go. That's all Dr. Cal says after that failure.
Oh my god. And okay,
which is not that much off, but we're having a bad time. We're having a bad time.
yeah,
right now.
you suddenly hear walking over is the man, the prime that you saw before. He's like, "Is there an issue here?" And
Just trying to barter on the price at their crafting station.
what are you planning on crafting?
Bits and bobs of my own design.
Wait, what did you
I
say?
need my own crafting station. Bits and bobs, which is hard to say in the Dr. Cal accent. I will say that.
Bits and bobs? Is that
Bits and bobs,
bits and bobs? Okay.
which is really hard to say in the Dr. Cal accent.
All right. You say this, and he looks at you, and then he looks over at Proto, and Proto just kind of. You can see that Proto is kind of glaring at him at this point, and you see the man is like, And where did you say that you were from? And he looks down at
I'm
you.
from out of there.
Out of town.
Yeah. Do I need to go more specific for you?
If you wouldn't mind.
Or what if I do mind?
Yes, what if he does mind? And you see Proto step in front of you, between you and this knight. And the knight just looks at him and is like, Do you know what this symbol means? And he points to the sigil on his chest. I believe I do. You are a plasmatic knight.
That's what it was. All that could come to mind was night. You work with, is that Sidarian Alliance?
Is this your just jurisdiction, or are you trying to just pick a fight? And you see Proto smile.
Proto, I'm not going to start the fight. The last thing we should do.
Why don't you tell us where you're from, then? You hear the Nogonian say.
Huh?
You're obviously hiding something.
I'm an informant working with Tortum, and I'm originally from the Demos Tortum.
Okay, roll me another influence check.
Nine. Maximum. That's maximum. To be fair, I'm rolling well. I just have such a bad stat.
And then you hear the Nugonian's like, You're making people have a bad name. Knight,
I'm not working with them.
Take him! And then you see the knight, like, looks over at the Nugonians, like, he's telling the truth. But he's from the Democortex. He must be lying or something, right?
I hate them as much as you do. But that is where I'm from.
And if he's working with Core Command, then it seems like even if you were to call for help, they probably wouldn't do anything about it. You're a consultant.
Is he talking about Proto?
Well, he's talking to you specifically. He's asking.
Wait,
he's more like inquiring further.
I'm a consultant?
Yeah.
Yes, technician. One might say. I have my doctorate in computer science.
And he looks at you, he's like, and then looks over towards Proto. And looks back at you.
As you can see, there are some interesting experiments. But
Well,
we're not dealing with those right now.
Well, I suppose you probably aren't going to get the best price here. And he looks over at the Negonian. He's like,
30 grand? Third grand? He just looks back at the Negonian.
wait, what'd you say? What'd you say?
Dr. Cal says 3 grand
And
to the Negonian.
the Negonian looks over, he's like, 30, and then you see Proto kind of place his palm down on the table. He's like, 3,000 volts.
Did I say 30? I look over at Proto.
And you see the Negonian, he's like, 3,500.
Well, I guess we will take our business elsewhere. I'm sorry. And Dr. Yasha starts walking out of the place of business.
You go and walk out of the place of business. As you walk out, you are suddenly followed by the knight, and he steps out. He steps out probably about like a minute or two after you.
After I see he steps out, I kind of look over. Is he still within viewing distance?
Yes. Once you guys walk out, Proto is just like, that was close, I suppose, but I mean, what are we going to do now because we don't have the crafting station?
Well, maybe we can talk to the prismatic knight. He seems to know a little bit about crafting. Doesn't seem to hate us.
I don't know. I didn't like him, I mean, I guess he was...
He was just making sure, to be fair.
But this is not his jurisdiction, Cal.
No, it isn't. I know, but Proto, we got to deal with the people we don't like.
The door opens up, and you see the Plasmatic Knight step out, and then look over towards where you guys are at, around the corner.
Dr. Cal actually walks over towards him.
You walk over towards him, and he steps up to you. He's like, do you have your volts chip?
I do. I just do not have...
You see him
pull out... a good place?
You see him pull out a VTD.
How?
He said 3,000 volts.
3,000 volts was what I was trying to buy it for, yes.
He goes and says 3,000 volts. And he puts forward his VTD. His volts transfer device.
Oh, this is a good way to get scammed, but you know what? Screw it. And Dr. Cal swipes the card.
All right, you place it inside, and then you see the 3,000 volts are transferred over, and then you see him pull out an excess space box, and then press a button, and then you see a crafting station appear, and then he hands it to you.
Thank you.
I put in a few extra materials in there.
You didn't have to do that. Are you sure you don't want me to pay for them?
You already paid enough.
Thank you, then. Sorry for causing trouble.
If I may ask, is Corkman planning on doing something with the Zalak dynasty?
Think we have to. Not political,
Yes.
diplomatic, who knows?
Yes, but I'm curious about how they plan on handling it without starting an all-out war here on the harbor.
Dr. Cal looks up and completely honestly is like, yeah, me too.
We haven't had a war here, well, on the pillars in some time. I think...
Let's hope it doesn't break out into...
Yes. And with the war going on out there, and he kind of motions to the sky, to space. We are in a situation.
Not the good one, as far as I've heard.
If you find yourself needing allies, you see him pull out his codex. I have connections that could help.
You've been more than kind enough already. If you want to give me your number, that is your choice.
I do. I also want to learn more about what we Plasmatic Knights could do to help. After all, we are a part of this region as well.
Dr. Cal gets out his core command card.
You transfer information with him. Proto is just kind of glaring at him.
Don't mind him. He's himself. That's all Dr. Cal said.
You see...
He's himself.
You see him slightly kind of like... He kind of begins to... The Plasmatic Knight seems to caress his beard. It's a light beard. But as he caresses it, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Of course.
A lot of perception checks today, huh?
Hey, Matt, what's with all the perception checks? That is a 15 plus 6, Matt. You know what that means? That means it's a 21.
21?
Yeah, that's a bad roll, too.
21?
21?
Alright, yeah. You don't really notice anything. You just...
That's surprising.
It looks like he's just kind of caressing his beard for a second, and then he it almost seems like his demeanor changes for a second, and then he leans over, is like, I'm curious about that, your ally here. And he kind of whispers that to you.
I assume you understand he's different.
You can see his core. And then you see him lean back up. He's like, well, I have some work to get to. You two have a wonderful day, and, well, I wish you luck with your endeavors.
Thank you again.
What were your names, actually?
My name is Dr. Chow. That is my friend Proto. Dr. Chow, that long pause, that was in character.
Yeah. And he's like, Proto, Dr. Cal. I am Knight Tenver. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. And Dr. Cal starts walking.
And as you guys part ways, you go and check the time, and it is about time to return back to meet with Savol.
Well, because I imagine Dr. Cal checks his time and then looks over at Proto. Well, took a little more time than we thought.
That whole interaction is what caused us to have so much time taken away from us. Ugh. Why do people treat even their own kind like that? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's because the faction we were a part of is treating them a lot worse. I can't even imagine what he's been through just for being in the colony. Tensions are high. People are not good at their core.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go back to Seville.
Yep. Next time we'll get some good clothing. Or I can make some. How many? Okay, actually, this Dr. Cal checks how many extra materials he got. Because I knew I got one from.
So you check and you see that you have 5 sets of materials. Three armor materials and 2 upgrade materials. By the way,
what do I use when I'm crafting stuff? Like crafting?
Either or.
And then 2 upgrade. I'm not even going to say materials because it's pretty obvious what 2 armor and 3 upgrade is when it's right next to a crafting station. Well, there we go.
Well,
and done.
You are done, and then you go over and you head over towards the plaza area where you see Seville is there. And you meet up with him, and he looks over. He's like, "You get everything that you need?"
Not exactly everything, but we got the important stuff.
All right, well, I made sure to gather all the supplies that we need for when we are traveling, so let's return back to the commander and see about what's going to happen. Yes?
Yes. 1 second, let me check something. Dr. Cal pulls out his Torturman Codex.
Okay.
I have not gotten any notifications from the general, right? After I sent the message about identification. About identification.
About identification. You do get a message back, yes.
What's it say?
It says, talk to Commander Kurter. He can get that handled for you.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to talk with Commander Kurter. Oh, I was trying to get you a codex. We'll get one through court, Amanda.
Can I potentially get a TL codex?
Not unless we go that way. I don't.
And
how much was the TL codex?
Seville looks over, hearing this. And he says, "Wait, TL codex?"
Yes, I have one, and Proto wants one.
Oh, I've been wanting to go and check that out myself, honestly. I've heard
Could we?
pretty interesting things about them.
They are quite useful. Quite a bit of information.
Yes, but they're only being manufactured over and sold over in Vicronians. Unfortunately, the Greater Alliance archivists don't exactly see eye to eye. But apparently there are some sages on Vicronians that are working to expand that, or help expand TL and their frameworks and all that stuff, their codexes.
Although we'll try getting you one when we can. It might be dangerous going back that way, since, as far as I understand,
which archivists don't like the TO Codex? Is it the Archaeans or is it the Sidorians? And then you see Savol looks over, he's like, well, there's a few from both. I believe mostly the Archaeans, the old, Grand Sage from Archaea has always had a more traditional view of things. Alright, well, I suppose we go to wherever we need to go. And Savol's like, yes, let's go back and report back to Commander Carter. And as you guys head back, you return back to the barracks, back to the chamber where Carter's squad resides, where you are now staying. The doors open up, you enter into the room, and you see Proto go over, and he goes and sits down and is like, Cal, do you need me for anything, or is it alright if I take a short nap? I'll wake up when you need me to.
Go ahead, Proto.
Cool. Thank you. And then you see he smiles, and then he goes and lies down. And Savol leans over towards you. Is something up with him?
Yes.
He seems so different.
We will, yeah, something's going on. I think it might have to do with him accessing a lot more information about Prime so rapidly.
Huh.
That's my theory. I'll try talking with him in private at some point. I didn't think a public was a good place to talk about everything.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go to my room and make sure that everything is all set. And you see he goes over the door, slides open, and you are now inside the main area, just kind of chilling. I'd like you to roll me a discipline will check.
Discipline will check? 11 plus 11. That's already 22 plus 4. That's a 26.
You suddenly feel an opening in your mind.
I go over to the nice comfy couch and I go into the opening.
You begin to drift off, falling through multiple geometric shapes and patterns until you reach the space that you're familiar with. You look around, and then you see the island that you stand on. You feel a vibration under it, as suddenly you see a pathway begin to form across the wide liquid ocean that you see surrounding you.
This is new. The pathway just opened.
Yeah.
I start walking down the pathway.
You begin to walk down this pathway. As you walk down it, you begin to feel it's almost like there is something, well, it feels like the All-Father is trying to guide you down somewhere. A pathway that is different than what you expect. You begin to hear voices. The voices are convoluted, hard to make sense of. They explain of a division. A certain division that leads to a region of potential. And that potential flows through everything. What would you like to do?
So am I still walking down the path?
You are walking down the path. As you're walking down the path, this information is kind of flowing through you through voices and strange kind of like weird visions that appear to you in your mind, and also out within the area surrounding you, and it's strange. You're not quite fully making sense of it, but it's explaining something to you, that there is this pathway to lead towards this potential that is like within everything.
Oh God, Matt.
What?
Is this what I think it is?
I don't know. What do you think it is? That's why I'm asking you.
Kinetics. I'm thinking it's kinetics. It sounds incredibly similar to kinetics.
What? Okay, so is that what Dr. Cal is thinking, or what?
Well, probably. He grew up in a Nugonian society. Yeah, he's like, are you talking about kinetics? Sounds like the textbook definition.
Are you going to continue moving forward?
Oh yeah, Dr. Cal's moving forward.
Okay. Dr. Cal continues to move forward. As you move forward, I'd like you to roll me a discipline will check.
Oh, a discipline will check?
Uh-huh. Now it's on the discipline. It's not no longer perception, man.
Matt, what's with all these discipline will checks? That is a 17 plus. That's a 21?
Moving forward, the visions continue to flow into your mind. They begin to crowd in. As they crowd in, the voices continue to explain. And as they explain, it's almost like there is this access point for multiple areas. That division that was explained before. This region of potential that expands out. There are multiple parts to it. And the parts of it can only be accessed across a wide range of ports, almost like they are locations, physical locations. What do you do?
Okay, you're trying to send me somewhere? Dr. Cal is just kind of sitting here thinking as he's walking. Talking about quantum gateways. I thought it was kinetics. That doesn't sound like kinetics. And Dr. Cal's just thinking all these things like out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And just keeps walking.
Okay, I need you to roll me another discipline will check.
Discipline will check. Oh, that's actually higher. I thought it was lower for a second. 20. Let's just straight up 24.
24. As you continue to move forward, a sudden impulse of this blue energy begins to emit. And behind that blue energy is this orb. It looks like an orange orb of some kind. And you also see it flows with multiple colors, kind of expanding out from it. These arcs that flow all around it.
Orange.
As you reach it, this energy orb of some kind, you can feel.
Can I roll a lore check real quick? Because I think I know what this is, but I don't want it to be out of character.
Okay, go ahead and roll a lore check.
I think I have an idea. That is a 6. That's 18 plus 1. That's a 19.
You are
I think
not.
this has to do with tonic energy.
You look at it. You're not too familiar with what it is. You didn't study energy. You studied.
No, I did not.
Like the only energy that you really know about is spark.
Yeah, spark's the big one because it's useful for technology.
You know that there are kinetics, though. You know that. And you know quantum energy exists because you wouldn't have quantum forces if it weren't for that.
So there was a blue light, and then there was the orange orb.
Yeah, orange orb, and then out of the orb is it almost looks like, like how the sun has the what's it called? They're like
Is.
Yeah, like the rays. Yeah, the corona, like where it has the
outer rays.
the
outer
rays.
rays.
There's a specific term for it. I know that.
I think corona is the name for
the
outer edge of the sun.
I haven't done cosmology in so long in astronomy.
I think it's corona. I think corona is the name of it. I might be wrong.
I need to refresh myself on that stuff. But anyways, you see these energies kind of flowing. It looks like there's like whites, like a white coloration. There's like this red color, and then there's like just multiple different flowing auras that are expanding out through this orb.
Dr. Cal just kind of like he's been walking towards it.
You walk towards it, and you feel this connection to it.
Curious. Is there anything else around it, or is it just the orb?
It is just the orb.
Dr. Cal just keeps closer to it.
Okay, you walk closer to it. I need you to roll me one more discipline check.
Time to fail discipline. Hey, that's not too bad. What was my last one? I think I rolled a 24. 24?
You rolled a 24.
23.
All right. You go up to it. And You feel it. Do you grab onto it?
Hope this isn't a bad idea, and Dr. Cal does reach out for the orb.
You actually reach out for it?
Yeah.
Okay. You reach out for it. As you reach out for it, I need you to roll me an endurance check.
An endurance check? This is about to be bad. This is bad. This is... Oh, no. Oh, time to die. Oh, 9. I'm
okay.
not. Nope, that's not good. That's not good for my body.
Oh.
What happened? Something bad? It's like burned my hand. Super bad. Do I still have a hand?
So that is 33 points to your stamina.
33 points to my stamina.
What are you at?
I'm so glad I leveled up. I'm at 2, Matt.
You got 2?
You
hold on to it, and you're just like, ugh! You feel this energy flowing into your body. It goes up to your chest. As it goes up to your chest, you feel it like trying to spread even further. I need you to roll me another endurance check, or are you going to let go?
We've already gone this far, Matt.
Okay.
We've already gone this far.
Okay. You're going to go even further?
It's time to go even further beyond. Sorry, that's only a 13. It's only a 13. We're gonna try it. This might kill me, but who cares?
13, you said?
Yeah. Just kill me. Oh, jeez.
Oh. You got lucky.
Did I actually succeed? You're kidding.
Okay. So you said you have 3 left? 3 stamina left?
I had 2 stamina.
2 stamina left. Okay, so you go to 0 stamina, and you take 6 points to your health.
Oh my god.
And
oh my god,
this entire space, you see the energy flows to your entire body. As it flows through your entire body, everything goes dark. And we're going to end the session there.
Can I leave this session with one Dr. Cal quote after everything goes dark?
Sure.
I think I just died. Oh, mother. That's his last thought. Yeah, that's it.
Well, maybe you'll be reborn in power.
Maybe I'll be reborn in power. I didn't die, Matt.
You didn't die.
I have 12
health left.
I have 12 health left.
You're so lucky. You're so lucky.
I'm so surprised.
Wait, 12? So then, that. Yeah. Oh, you got lucky. Wow.
Okay.
Matt, it could. Well, I mean,
we'll talk about this after the session.
Yes. we will talk about it after the session. Thank you all for listening to the session. I hope you had fun. There was a few things that happened in it, and I think it's painting some pictures as to what's going to happen in the future. But yes, thank you all for listening. And if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power and grace. I thank you for listening to The Doctor. Be sure to check out the official New Age campaign, now releasing here on the podcast and streaming bi-weekly Tuesdays on Twitch. A link will be found in the description of this entry. And if you want to be reborn yourself, you can subscribe as a Chosen to access Chosen creation and exclusive codex entries. Until next time, travelers, be safe, stay safe, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.